You're watching KATU News on Digital.
Well, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us for this Monday edition of Digicast. Today is Monday, July 1st, if you can believe it. I'm Savannah Welch. This is Sarah Bagby here, and I really cannot believe it's already the next month. I thought we had one more day of June, but I was very wrong.
We're deep in summer now, Savannah.
Deep in summer.
Deep in summer. There's no going back. I don't even think we had spring.
No, it did not exist. Yeah, seriously. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be our first heat wave of the summer so far,
it's
too.
coming up, and we got July 4th this week, so not a lot of people in the office here today. I don't know about everyone else, but it's kind of light everywhere.
Yeah, it really all around. It feels like summer. Going outside, with everybody gone too. You always know that it's always a good start to the season when everyone's on vacation or people are taking time off, enjoying the sun, and even mental health days are also important. Just making sure to take care of yourself and get outside and enjoy the weather, because it's a good time to do it before it gets really, really hot this next weekend too.
Good point. And we got a lot going on, but kind of covering some of the stuff we were covering last week. We have updates, though.
We do. So today, happening today, and this is some citywide news. So it's actually the first day of the enforcement for Portland's controversial camping ban. So looking at how this works. So if someone is offered reasonable shelter and refuses, they could face a $100 fine or spend up to a week in jail. Mayor Ted Wheeler has said the ordinance will focus on camps that pose health and safety risks.
Now, according to the city data, there are more than 5,000 people living on the streets of Portland right now, and only enough shelter space for about half of them. So the mayor says he wants people to be able to move in and out of the shelters and not stay there long term.
So that's happening today, that enforcement period. And then we have some other news that is also, it's not citywide, but it does affect commuters. So the Hood River Bridge is now back open, and it's back open for passenger vehicles. This all comes after an excavator being towed by a semi crashed into the bridge's lift span. This was all last week. Yesterday, the Port of Hood River Commission reopened the bridge based on the recommendation from engineers.
And as you can see, here's a time lapse of them repairing it. We actually got this off of X, and WashDOT had this up there for us today. I think this is so cool, but they worked on this so fast all the way through the weekend, and then officials say they want to limit traffic to passenger vehicles only right now to prevent another accident while the bridge is damaged. So no semis, no commercial vehicles are allowed at this time, and a schedule for permanent repairs will be released later this week. So good news there. They got that back and running really quickly. I remember I was telling you, are they going to have to rebuild the bridge? But one weekend and it's back to good.
That time lapse is amazing.
Isn't it? I was looking really hard at that because it's amazing how much labor goes into that. You don't actually see that unless you see the time lapse. So very cool there.
Yeah, that's really neat. That's cool to watch too. Yeah, and so also some fun local news that is pretty cool. So actually there's going to be a Puffin Watch. It's kicking off at Cannon Beach. I genuinely thought this had to do with like Iceland or somewhere else. I did not realize that it had to do with Cannon Beach. So not that far. It's really cool.
So cool this is in Oregon. It's not that I grew up in Portland, and I am not used to seeing puffins on Cannon Beach. I think this is a newer thing. The seabird watching event, it runs from today all the way till the 4th. Friends of Haystack Rock is sponsoring this event, and you can get close-up views of the birds through spotting scopes, binoculars. They're all available at the beach, so you don't have to bring your own. They actually have them for you, and there'll also be plenty of bird enthusiasts to help you find the tufted puffins. That's what they're called.
They're so cute. Have you ever seen a puffin?
I hadn't seen one in real life. I only saw them on National Geographic. I think I kind of want to go see one in person. Like, this is the weekend for it, or the week for it, I should say.
Yeah, the 4th of July. What's more patriotic than some puffins? But I mean, not really. But at the same time, it could still be a good way to spend the weekend. We were talking about this. We coordinated with Christmas this last week, and now it's giving patriotism.
Yeah,
4th of July.
We didn't do this on purpose.
Digicast.
Last week, Christmas, because we're 6 months from Christmas in a few days now.
Yes.
So start shopping now. And then now 4th of July, patriotic. But what a great week, everyone. I hope you're having a good one.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. But for sure, the rest of this week, we'll have some more updates for you digitally. But thank you so much for joining us, and make it a great Monday. Have a good rest of your week.
Have a good one, all.
This has been a KATU News Digicast. KATU News is on your side.